Hello, hello. I guess we are live, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are live. Hi, everyone. Good evening from here. Good morning in some part of the world. Good afternoon and good night in some area. So we are back here on our business pages. This is Omolara OT, the face behind Omolara OT Consulting. In case you are joining me, you'll see me or seeing my page for the very first time. I want to welcome you to my business page. I'm a mom of three wonderful teenage boys, originally from Nigeria, Elisha to be precise, and currently living in Houston, Texas. And so I want to welcome you back to this episode of Live the Life of Your Dream. I started this couple of months ago, and I always bring business partners over, to discuss about business, to have business chat. And so tonight I have a guest with me in person of Miss Taye Ibiloye. But before then, in case you see me for the first time, I'm an online digital entrepreneur, business mentor or business coach, also healthcare professional. I've been doing this for quite a while now, almost 3 years and counting. So tonight we're going to be discussing a topic, that affects a lot of people, mostly almost 99.9% of people in the world. And before we dive into the topic, I would like Ms. Tai to introduce herself to our audience that are seeing her for the first time and people on our page as well. Over to you, Ms. Tai.
Oh, thank you so much for bringing me into the platform. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
So, my name is Taye Biloye. I'm a mother of three boys, a scientist, a gospel artist. So, I carried a lot of hats. So,
Yeah.
business owner, CEO. So, yeah, that is me. So, thank you for bringing me into the platform. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right.
And I live
So
in
tonight,
Connecticut too. Connecticut.
sorry.
Yeah, I live in Connecticut.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. So for those who are going to be joining us tonight, the title, the topic we're trying to discuss tonight has to do with the challenges and obstacles that people face, before they get to success line. So before they succeed in life, a lot of people face these challenges. It doesn't matter whether you are black, you are Caucasian, you are African, you are young, you are old. It doesn't matter who you are. It affects everybody. And so we'll be discussing this issue, and then we're trying to like let people know that there are ways that we can go about it. Even though this obstacle is right there, we can see the obstacle. But what are those ways, that we can tackle those challenges and obstacle. These challenges can be a setback, it can be a roadblock, it can be hurdles and also an hindrance. But the biggest obstacle, to success can vary from person to person, individual to individual, depending on individual circumstances and goals. So when we talk about obstacle, my own obstacle can be different from Miss Tai's obstacle, can be different from Miss B obstacle. So everybody in life have different way of viewing what obstacles are. Okay, like I said, it's more or less it's like a roadblock, you know, to for somebody not to get to that success line that they are going. So my question to every one of us that are going to be, seeing this video, this live, joining us tonight, and those who are going to catch up on the replay, my question to you all or to us tonight is: are you ready to turn your challenges? Are you ready to turn your obstacles? Are you ready to turn your setback into triumph? If you are here with us tonight and you're ready, then you need to stay glued. You need to stay plugged with us tonight, okay? So let us know where you are watching us from. I want you to leave your name, your state you're watching us from, and the country you're in, and let us know. The ways when you went through those obstacles and setback. What are those ways you overcame those obstacles? So I'm going to be sharing, I mean, part of the obstacle I went through, because before I started this business, there was this huge obstacle, I passed through. And I'll be sharing, I'm going to be sharing my experience, my story, my personal journey with you all, because, life is not always smooth. The way we think it's going to be is not the way we met it, right? So the way we want or the way we plan sometimes is not always the same. So we all face challenges, we all face setback and unexpected twists as well. But what defines us is how we respond to those obstacles, how we respond to those setback. All right. So few years ago, after which I started my business, I encountered a huge obstacle, and due to that obstacle, precisely 2020, because when I started my business in December 2020. And shortly after then, you starting a new thing, you are so eager, you are full of life. I was so happy. So 2 months shortly after that I started my business, we had a storm. We had an hurricane in Houston, Texas. And so when this happened, before it happened, I was so, so vibrant. I have this strong positive vibes and strong energy. But I was so full of life that I could finally get something that, I was so happy that I could finally get something that will replace my income in a short period of time, that I will not wait, and I will not wait till my retirement age, which is probably like, I think, 67 years now. But then there came this huge hurricane, huge storm. And what happened? My whole world was shattered. I was so devastated. I was so depressed. What happened? My house got damaged. Part of the house collapsed. Can I do my business anymore? I can't do my business anymore. All the computer I was using, everything was gone
Oh
because it was an hurricane. The house was flooded with water. Almost more than half of my property was damaged. And so this was a huge storm for me, because I just started this business and I'm so eager, I'm so happy, but I couldn't do any of that anymore. So, this is somebody that have a house, that have a home, and in a twinkle of an eye, I became homeless for 5 months, nowhere to go. I had to squat with a friend, with a
wow.
family friend, for almost 4 months before I decided that, you know what, it's not convenient for me. I can't even get any apartment. We can't get apartment. We can't get anywhere, anything, because where you want to go to, the building also is either damaged or something has happened, because it affected everybody, all the homes, all apartment. It affected, even going to an hotel, we couldn't even get anywhere in an hotel. That is how bad it was that time. That was, I think, February 2021, 2 months after I started my business. And so my dream, it was like my dream was shattered, because I wanted this thing. I wanted to stop, you know, stop working multiple jobs. And that's why I had to like focus when I saw this business and I saw that it was a genuine business. I had to focus all my attention and everything. I gave that business all I could, in order to make it successful, in order to make it grow. And 2 months it was growing before this started. And so I felt so bad. But thank God that in our community, our business community, we have business partners that we surround each other. We carry each other up as if we've known each other for decades. And so people came to my rescue, not in terms of money, because at least at that time I was financially okay, but it's just that nowhere to go. We can't go to an hotel, we can't go anywhere, you can't even rent an apartment. And so they rally around me, you know, with prayer, emotionally, physically. Even some that are in Texas that were in Houston, they,
mm,
they had to look for me that, okay, is everything okay? They want me, some of them want me to move into their house, but I mean, I can't do that. But that support alone that I got from them makes so much difference. Somebody that is going through, that storm, going through depression at that time that thing happened. You need people around you. If not for anything, you need people around you. I quitted. I said, no more business. I
wow.
don't want to do anything anymore. When I started, I was so eager. I was full of life, full of hope. And those hope dots, they were ditched right away. And so I said to myself, okay, am I going to live, you know, being depressed forever? Something has to be done. If I sit down, allowing people to, like, take a pity on me, I don't want a life like that, that people will be pitying me, that, okay, it's this. So I got those, support from my business partners. So they pray with me. They always pray for me. They always check up on me, check up on my family to make sure I'm okay. And they always advise me, you can't stop.
Mm,
Simply because you are going through an obstacle today does not make you, a quitter.
mm,
You need to use those storms, those obstacles, those setbacks that want to set you back, that want to draw you back from what what is in your, what you are planning to do. Don't let it stop you. They gave me an advice and I listened to them. I'm like, okay, I need to look up to God, that, okay, God is the giver of everything. Although I've lost so many things, but hey, He will surely do it again. And so I thank God for those moral and spiritual support, mental support they gave me, right? And this kept me going. It kept me going. And since then, I never looked back. So what's my take on this? On this, my journey. My take is that I turned those obstacles around to
mm,
my advantage. And after all everything, died down, I had to get myself another apartment and all that.
mm,
I became, I strive to make my business successful. And I thank God that today I will say, yes, I can vouch and I can attest to it that my business is successful. So if I had stopped simply because of what happened that time, I won't get to where I am in my business today. Those little achievements, I would not celebrate those achievements. Those milestones, I won't celebrate them simply because I went through a storm. So what are those storms that you are facing? For those who join us right now, that are online with us, and for those who are going to catch up on the replay, if you have watched this replay, if you have watched the replay up to this moment, what is your stumbling block?
mm,
What will I say? Like, what is your obstacle that you went through or that you passed through? Is it something that you allowed to weigh you down? Is it something that you allowed, to stop you from that, that goals, from where you are going? So this journey will lead me to those ways that we came up with, that we want to share with you all, those ways that we can use to conquer obstacle in the course of our journey to success.
wow.
So these are ways that are going to be discussing today, and one of it is resilience. What do I mean by resilience, and how does it play a role in my journey? I discover an inner strength within me that I didn't even know that I had. So those inner strength was those things that kept me going. Life throws so many at me. It
Mm,
throws so many balls at me, but still I stood stand and I said to myself, no, I'm not going to quit. I have to, like, I have to move forward. I can't stop at this point. I have started. Is either this business or nothing, because I want to retire early. I want to enjoy all the benefits of what business can give you. And so I didn't quit. Life throws, like I said, life throws a lot at me, but being resilient is what helped me along the way, to bounce back and became stronger. I came back stronger than before, even before, stronger than when I even started. And this also can as well help you too. So whenever you are going through any turbulence, whenever you are going through any obstacle in life, all you need to do, to try and do, is to develop resilience.
Yeah.
So you developing resilience, it's an ability, to let you bounce back from that, from those setback, to let you bounce back from those obstacles that you think is so huge, is so, is so gigantic that you cannot overcome. So developing resilience, it involves you acknowledging those failures. It helps you to learn from those failures and using those lessons that you have learned during those journey to adapt and then grow. So you need to grow from whatever circumstances, whatever trouble, whatever, whatever you have gone through. You need to stand firm. If you don't stand firm, you don't put yourself out of that situation. You're just going to remain there.
That's true.
If you don't seek for help, nobody's going to help you. So you need resilience while going through those storms. Obstacles and setback, they are not finally, I mean, they should not define you. They should refine your approach towards those obstacles. All
Never
right.
give up.
All right. So I'm going to leave the next
Ah,
to Miss Tai.
I'm really, really touched. Really, really touched with what you just
I
said.
know.
And one major thing that I learned is never give up. Never give
Never.
up.
Yes.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Just don't give up. That's the key. You
Mm.
know, in life, we'll face a lot of things. In life, challenges will definitely come our way. There's nothing we can do about that. So all we have to do is just keep moving, keep moving until the road is clear.
Mm.
That's the main thing. So when you were saying, I was like, oh my God, this really, really touched me a lot. And then added to that, I could relate to it. I can give an example of when I lost my job. On
Mm.
this fateful day, I went to work. I never expected that something would come up, and it was in the morning, and then the hired manager just come and said, "I will see you." I said, what is going on? What is going on? This is still early, very early, like
Mm.
around 12, 12 noon. And I was like, okay. And they sat me down. They told me that, sorry, we don't need you at this
Wow.
time. Hey,
Wow.
it was like a magic. I was like, this is very early. Sorry, we don't need you at this time. Sorry, what happened is that we transferred your department to another state.
Ooh.
I don't know what to say. I was so confused, and at the same time, I told myself, am I dreaming?
Mm.
Am I dreaming? What is going on? Until the next day, they say, okay, you can still come to work. So we can still give you till the end of the month and we'll pay you and all that, but we don't need your service. We've transferred your
Wow.
department to another state. Hey. And I had to call my husband. I told my husband, this is what is going on. My husband said, how? How did it happen? You left home, you went to work.
Mm-hmm.
How? What's going on? But God is a faithful God. God is
Yes.
a God. It was a huge challenge for me, but I tried as much as possible to take that challenge as a strength. So
Exactly.
I took it as a strength, though sometimes we are human being, you will definitely think about
You
it.
know that. That's
But I took
right.
it as a strength and I seek advice, and that actually pushed me to started looking for something to do.
Mm.
Because if I didn't lose my job, I will not look for another means.
Mm-hmm.
So I started searching. I was like, oh my God, what can I do? I can't just stay idle. I need to do something that will benefit me, something that will help my family, something that I can do from the comfort of my home,
Mm.
something that will help me, something that will be able to leave a legacy for my family, for my kids. This is what I want. I started searching. And then until I came across this particular business that we are talking about today, I was like, this came at the right time for me. If I didn't lose my job, I will not I will not come across this business.
Mhm.
And I thank God. Sometimes a challenge will come on your way, but there's a reason. There's a reason for it. So sometimes when that challenge comes, it's a way that you have to be strong.
Hmm.
Gives you like challenges will tell you wake up, wake up. If you are sleeping, wake up.
That's right.
It's not that challenges will is not the opposite one that you will feel like, oh, I don't know what to do. No, it gives you strength. It gives you strength. And I believe that people that are watching us, we can relate to that. A lot of people, a lot of us, we've went through a lot of challenges. We've passed through a lot of challenges and all that, and we are able to overcome it. And that's why we are here today, to tell you that don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, keep moving. And
Hmm.
one of the major things that I can talk about when it comes to how to overcome challenges to become successful in life is, the first thing that we have to talk about is, tell yourself, what do you want out of life?
Hmm.
What do you want out of life? It is very important for us to ask ourselves that questions. What do you want out of life? So by the time we know what we want out of life, then challenges will be like a minor thing for us. So what do we want out of life? We need to ask ourselves that questions, and we have to be intentional. Be intentional. It's very important for us to know that before we even decide on anything to do, before we even think about, okay, mindset or taking actions about that, but we need to ask ourselves, what do we want out of life?
Hmm.
Do we want to stay where we are? Do we want to come out of our comfort zone? Are we comfortable where we are? So sometimes challenges will make you to think further, to ask yourself, what do I want out of life? Which is very important for us. So, and okay, I don't know if I should just continue because it's a very deep topic that we need to really, really talk about. And
That's right.
secondly, cultivate a positive mindset. By the time we'll look at it in such a way that, okay, let's cultivate a positive mindset towards things. When we look at the statistics of people that are successful in life, we
Hmm.
can see that many of them, they have a positive mindset.
Hmm.
So a lot of people that are not rich, they are just there. They are relaxing because they don't want to come out from their comfort zone.
Hmm.
Important for us generally to actually cultivate a positive mindset. So maybe later I can add to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I mean, cultivating the habit of positive mindset, it's very, very crucial. It is very, very important because if somebody doesn't have a positive mindset, you just be doing things the way, I mean, the same old way you have been doing it, you know.
Okay.
And when we say cultivating positive mindset, which what we're trying to say, which I believe you're trying to say as well, is that people should, you know, learn how to stay positive
Yes.
at all time, no matter. I know some obstacle can be so huge that you don't even want to like listen to anybody.
Mm.
Whenever they're giving you an advice, you don't even want to listen, right? But when we try to, listen to what people are saying, we try to like get advice from people, not just anyhow people. Some people can give you a bad advice,
Yes.
while some people will give you a good advice. So
Mhm.
let's weigh those advice that you're being given. Weigh those, okay, what are the values of this advice? Is it going to be beneficial to me? Is it
Yes.
something that if I had to, follow this advice, is not going to be beneficial to me? But you yourself need to sit down and take yourself away from those negativity
Mm.
and stay focused, to that positive, to that positive area. And when you stick to positivity, you see things align in the way you want it, or in the way God's want it for you. So
Definitely.
another ways that we came up with, it's you seeking support and guidance. It is very important. When you're going through so many things, when you're going through so many traumas, so many problems, you cannot do it alone. You
Yeah.
need somebody, you need people around you, right? No journey to success in life is undertaken alone. No success in life,
Mm.
no journey of success in life is, you cannot do it by yourself. You
That's true.
need people that will lift you up. If you are in a distress, in a distress situation, you can't think straight, you can't think right. So you need to look for people, maybe family member, maybe friends, genuine friends. Get a mentor, get somebody to put you through that. Okay, this is what you can do.
Mm.
And when you seek support from peers, from your peers, from friends, from mentors, they will provide you valuable perspective and insight. So when they provide this for you, because you can't do it alone, it has to be a collaborative effort. And when they gather together, they assist you, then they will bring you solution. Thereby you can get a solution to those challenges you are facing. And you also need to share your burden, because they always said, problem share is half solved.
Also,
Before they would say problem share is solved. No,
it's
you can't solve it all. It is
mm-hmm.
half solved. At least you can think that, okay, somebody gave me this advice. Is this a good advice for me? You have to align it with that situation you are going through at that time. So you seek for help. When you seek for help, you seek for guidance that will help you in order to get to that stage, to that goals, to that success you want to achieve in life. If you are not capable of pulling yourself out of those tough situation, then go ahead and seek for support. All you need to do is just to reach out to somebody. Reaching out to somebody will not cost you any harm, but cost you, that support that you need. When you get support in tough time, that is when you will know people who are truly yours.
That's
That
true.
is when you will know people who are not yours, who are, after your success, people that want you to succeed in life. Not everybody that are looking at you, not everybody that you are looking at wants your success in life. No, not everybody. That's why I said earlier that you need to seek people that want your best in heart, people that want your best interest, people that want you to succeed. I know it's not easy emotionally. You might be going through some stuff, some setbacks, some troubles, some whatever you want to call it, emotionally. You need somebody to support you emotionally. If it's physical, you need people to support you physically. If it's financial wise, you need people that you think that can support you financially. And so use those to your advantage. Use it to your advantage, and also learn from failure. Another one is you learning from failure. The failure, if you fail today, that does not mean that is your end.
Mm.
Failure is part of success journey in life.
Yeah.
We are bound to fail and to succeed. So when you fail today, that does not mean you're not going to succeed tomorrow. So now let me use this analogy that, okay, now maybe you're doing something, right? And you had an accident. You had an accident doing that thing, right? So because of that accident, will you now say, or maybe let's say you're driving, right? So because you had a minor or little accident, and that does not affect your physical being, that does not affect you physically, right? Will you now say because you have the accident, you're not going to drive for the rest of your life?
Mm.
No, you need to learn from those failure. Okay, why did I have this accident? Was I sleeping on the steering? Was it because I'm on the phone and I know 90% or 99% of everybody we are driving, we are using phone at the same time?
Mm.
So is it because you try to analyze what happened that gets you to that failure? Try to see that failure as a stepping stone. Try to see that failure as a way of you re-strategizing. as a way of you analyzing those problems. Why did I have this problem? Was it because I wasn't doing something right? Or was it because this thing that I did I did it wrong? You know, sit
mm,
down, think about what happened, analyze it, because behind every failure, you need to adapt strategies accordingly and apply, you need to apply when you get a new solution, you need to apply those knowledge, those solution to your future endeavor. Because when you do that, anytime you want to fall into any situation or any problem, you remember, when you look back, you're going to remember what happened in the first place, in the first thing that happened. You're going to remember what happened. Okay, what are the solutions that I did, or what are the solutions that I got, for me to get out of those of those failure. So you now use that as a stepping stone in case anything of such want to happen again. Of course, you already know what to do.
yeah.
So see failure as a stepping stone, and always put, I mean, when you fail today, don't you cannot kill yourself because you failed today. All right. So always learn from your failure, always learn from your past mistakes, and always trust in God's plan, because God's plan and timing is the best. You might want to do something now and that thing is not forthcoming. Don't say because it's not forthcoming, that makes you a failure. Maybe God doesn't want that thing to happen at that time. Maybe if that thing happened, maybe you probably will lose your life. Maybe something bad, terrible will happen. But when you wait on God's timing, on God's plan, then you will achieve those success.
Mm,
So don't relent. Don't say because you fail today, you're going to fail tomorrow. No. We have a lot of, all these multi-billionaires, those that have names in the world. They fail more than one times.
yes.
They fail more than two times. They fail more than five times. But because they know where they're going, they want to achieve something in life, right? They see those failure as just like a stepping stone. They didn't say because they have failed one time, two times, three times, five times, and because of that they quit.
They quit.
The lesson here is do not quit in the midst of failure, in the midst of challenges, in the midst of roadblocks, setback. Do not quit.
Quit.
Keep going.
Mm,
Say to yourself, I need to keep going. As long as I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going.
mm,
I don't want to stay in this country for the next 65 years and then still be working. So we need to sit tight and say to ourselves, is this what we really want for ourselves? Are those obstacles, are we going to use these obstacles as a stepping stone to our success? Or are we going to dwell in that obstacle and let it drain us?
mm.
So I'm going to stop there. Do you have any points before we
Oh,
round up?
oh, okay. The only thing I can add to it is we should learn how to take risk.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people don't like that. And one thing that usually encourage me is there's this word. It says 1% of people that controls the world wealth,
Mm,
they take risk.
that's right.
1% of it, they take risk. So we need to learn how to take risk. Why are they taking that risk? Because they have big hearts.
Mm,
They have big heart. Of course, they know that they will face that challenges. Of course, they don't allow that challenges to weigh them down. They pick up from where they left
mm,
and they keep going. So we should learn how to take risk. A lot of the millionaires that we see today, a lot of them, they take risk.
mm,
So it's very important for us to take risk, because when we take that risk, facing challenges will not be anything that, of course, it's sometimes we're human being, it could actually weigh us down, but that risk, that will actually encourage us to keep moving, because we know that why the reason why I am taking that risk is because I have a goal.
mhm,
So we should know that. So we should learn how to take risk. I just tried to add that one. Just that one just came to my mind now. I was like, we should learn how to take risk. It's very important for us
Like,
to to become a successful person in
yeah.
life.
Mm. All right. So, for those who join us at this time, for those who are going to catch up on the replay, my question to you tonight is: how will you overcome challenges on your road to success?
Mm.
So, if you have any tips, we have a lot of tips, but because of our time is fast spent. So, if you have any ways, any tips, any strategies, don't I mean, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section, because guess what? If you leave it in the comment section, we are both helping each other. We are both learning from each other.
That's true.
Anybody that comes across it will know that, okay, oh, this is one of the way, oh, okay, this is one of the way I need to use. Okay. So, people will benefit from it. We are educating each other. Like I said, on this page, we inspire people, we educate people. We come here with different topic that we believe people will learn from, because people are going through things that you don't even know people are going through. People are going through a lot of things in life. So if you have any tips, any strategies that that you use when you face those challenge, when you face those stumbling blocks, those setback, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section, because no matter what challenges we encounter in life, we can rest assured that with our determination, it goes a long way, and with the right attitude towards those obstacles. So please leave your comment on the comment section. Let us know where you're watching us from and your name. All right. So I believe we can all conquer obstacles when we have those right mindsets, when we stay focused, when we stay resilient, we'll always overcome those situations.
It's true.
I hope the above strategy that we mentioned, the little ones that we mentioned, because as like I said, we have a lot, but because of our time, it can help somebody out there that is listening to us, that will listen to us later, to overcome those challenges and able to solve those problems and get to their success in life. Once again, we thank you. We want to thank those who join us tonight, those who give us like, love. We appreciate you all. We say thank you. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We want to wish you all a very, very, very big happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your loved one, to you and your family. And we pray that we'll always have cause to celebrate
Amen.
many, many, many more on the surface of earth. So
Amen.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Tai,
Thank
for
you
honoring my invitation. I really appreciate
so
you. And we'll say good night from here until we come again, till I come again in another episode of Live the Life of Your Dream. Thank you all, and God bless you. Bye bye.
much. Bye.